Gary V. I got Bistrilla, Will Vogt, Dom DeRubis, Detroit Dom going 12. Main event Mike and Jamie Malloy. How's everybody doing tonight?
Schedule
Good.
release date.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep. So we got Michael Huck in here saying good evening. We got Smoking Dad in the building.
Only 4 of us? Come on.
Yeah, that's okay. Jamie and Dom's not into it yet.
You guys are fired, by the way.
What's up, Ricky?
Ricky Sakat in the chat.
Ricky.
Outside the NFL, we did have some interesting news come up yesterday. Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson are going to be eligible for the Hall of Fame. And Dom, we kind of both said it when Pete Rose died last year that within a year they'd remove that.
I said, you know what the crazy thing is? I was having a conversation with one of my buddies literally that less than 24 hours before he died. I said, Pete Rose will get into the Hall of Fame the year after he dies. Then the next day, he died, and I was like, no way.
So it's your fault.
However, one of my buddies pointed this out, and he's not wrong. Lifetime ban.
Right. It actually is a permanent ban according to the rule. But they adjusted
not
it.
just Shoeless Joe. They let the whole Black Sox team is now eligible.
Right. But Eddie
But they
Sakat
actually threw games. They actually got caught actually throwing the game.
The only
It
one
was
they
a
couldn't
lot
prove ever,
different back then.
there was only 2 people that they couldn't prove took money. One was Ricky Sakat, great grandfather that was a pitcher, Eddie Sakat, and the other one was Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Joe Jackson, yeah.
Really? That's his great grandfather. That's awesome. That's crazy history.
Yeah, and he didn't get blackballed, Eddie Sakat, because he played in 1920, unlike the rest of them from the Black Sox.
It was a whole different story back then.
Right.
Yeah. Pete Rose never bet against his own team.
Right.
He should have. I think the whole thing was personal between him and Bud Selig.
Probably.
No, not Selig.
What's his
Giamatti.
Giamatti, yeah.
And then he died like within a year of the ban.
Right.
Wasn't it Selig that changed it to a lifetime ban from the permanent ban as the ruling?
No, Giamatti banned him.
No, Giamatti was the run.
No, I mean the original ban.
Yeah.
The original ban, according to the letter of the rule, was a permanent ban, not a lifetime. Permanent means
Right.
as long as the league
right.
exists.
Yeah.
And then Bud Selig changed it to a lifetime ban, if I remember right.
I'm looking.
The thing is, it's the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's not
Driving to the Top Productions is in here. Hey, nice to see you. And that looks like Adam's dog in the picture.
There's people in the Hall of Fame that are much worse human beings than Pete Rose.
Actually, that was Otani's translator that bet. It wasn't proved that Otani did it. Yeah, I know. But it was
Stole a whole bunch of money from him too.
Right. $17 million, I think I heard.
I mean, the whole thing with asterisks. Okay, when Pete Rose is alive, just put him in there and then put an asterisk by his name. I mean, what the hell? If you want to be an asshole about it, you know what I'm saying? Just put an asterisk by his name. Jesus, it's not fucking. The whole thing is stupid.
That's baseball.
That's what a lot of sports do that too, though. But
all right, Adam, I sent you the link. We're gonna have Adam, who's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, join us.
Poor Adam.
He has a luggage rack. He has a luggage rack behind him of jersey.
Oh, and I'm going to warn you guys. He might bitch about Tomlin a lot, so be prepared for that.
Adam,
as he should.
No way! I didn't know Pittsburgh fans
like they did with Roger Maris. Yep. And I said, it's kind of like the same thing because the NFL had a permanent ban on anybody that caught gambling or suspended if they bet on the NFL itself, right? and they found out that Alex Harris and his buddy from the Packers ran their own NFL gambling ring. Remember that? They all got a year suspension. As soon as Alex Harris died, what happened a year later?
Sent him the link.
Oh, he did?
He said he
In
was
the Hall
sending
of
the
Fame.
link.
Yeah,
I sent it.
it's a Hall of Fame based upon your accomplishments on the field, not if you were a good guy or not.
Right.
Right.
And one thing you can say while he was a player, Pete Rose was one of the best to ever play the game.
No doubt.
Oh, he played the
sure.
game with so
The
much
hit
heart.
king, Charlie
His
Hustle.
play style was Ty Cobb-esque.
Still
Great
the most
batter.
hits,
Tough.
in Major League Baseball history.
Yep,
in a
tough
career.
as nails, great at hitting. Yeah.
Yeah, and how about that? Let's get into the Lions schedule now. I do have it right here in order. Starting off with the first 5 weeks. At Green Bay week 1. So we travel back to Ford Field North. Then
I've been saying for 10 years, you can tell how the schedule makers / read schedule fixers, you can tell how they feel about how good the Packers will be based upon when the Lions road game at Lambeau is.
All right. And
Jimmy, you're sending Adam the link, right?
He's here.
Oh, yeah, he's here.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Adam.
Rich had to go to the ER, and our show got postponed. And Jason said I can do something about 7 o'clock his time, so I'll probably be. I got about an hour.
Good to see you, though.
That's how
All right.
we normally go.
So we're gonna go over the Lions schedule. Then either one of you three that have a different team,
I'll do the
team
Panthers.
follow.
That's my team.
Right? So
I got the Bill schedule. I pulled it up. So.
Carolina, I didn't know they still had a team.
Carolina, like they say in that
All right,
betting commercial.
Let's finish off this first 5 weeks real quick. Then it's off to Baltimore versus Cleveland, and then at Cincinnati. Then we got
Baltimore's a Monday night game, Jeremy.
Yep. We have six total prime times if you count the fact that we're the only game on Thanksgiving and Christmas at that time.
Can you point out the prime
Go.
time
Oh my
for
God,
us?
get down. Safe.
Kansas City is also a Monday night game, right?
No.
Or Sunday night game.
It's a Sunday night game. It's a prime time.
Yep.
We don't give a fuck. Patrick Mahomes can't beat Jared Goff.
We're home versus the Bucks again for a third year in a row.
I love that I'm covered up.
And then we got the bye week in week 8, Minnesota week 9, then at Washington. Then it's off to Philly, at home versus New York, at Green Bay, or versus Green Bay on Thanksgiving, versus Dallas at home for the first time since Christ was a child.
Thursday night football.
And Thursday night football.
It's on.
And then at LA Rams versus the Pittsburgh Steelers in week 16, at Minnesota, at Chicago to round out the whole thing.
What are the prime time ones for you guys? Like, I can't even remember.
There's
I
a
know you
bunch.
mentioned 2.
So we have 6. We have 6 altogether. Oh, look at this. We got Ken the Bear fan popping in. Hi, Ken.
Those fans exist.
What's
you
a
should
Bears
be saying,
fan?
Dom. Yeah, what is a Bears fan? Never heard of it.
They do exist.
Oh, you're off camera today, so it's not.
Yeah, well, I am here. Well, because I have a cat, right?
Okay, that's okay.
I mean, Mommy can be honest.
That's a big ass cat, man.
Yeah,
Cat. That's a freaking panther.
It's a panther. What?
Handwing is his domain, and he needs to get his love. So now he's gonna walk all over the computer. Now we're gonna see his tail. Thank you, Maui.
See his ass.
Yeah, that's what he does.
I bet Leonard's pissed about the Giants schedule.
What do you guys think of the schedule?
Who gives a shit about the Giants schedule like it matters?
Yeah, I see a lot of the 4:30 games this year for Detroit instead of the other. Let me look at my other picture here that I got.
I don't like the Bears that we have a week 5 bye. I'm not a big fan of that.
We'll get to your Bears.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. Yep. So far, what do you think of the schedule there, B?
Doable.
Okay.
A lot of different. Yeah, there's a lot of 425 times.
So we got.
Don't like that.
We got the
I
Sunday
think it's
night.
interesting. We got Baltimore week 1 on Sunday night.
I think we're trying to go Detroit than our other teams.
Yep. So we got Sunday night football on week 6, then Monday night football in week 7, Sunday night football at Philly in week 11, the Thanksgiving game, Thursday night football versus Dallas, and then Christmas Day versus Minnesota.
Fuck that Christmas game.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I'm gonna have to rearrange my whole day.
I hate that.
It's at night though.
It's a night game.
Christmas
Wait, you don't
general.
you don't like go to family events and watch it there, or you like, or you? I don't know any of you guys, obviously, or are you one of them people that got to watch at home to get your own frustrations
dude,
out?
we celebrate on
No,
Christmas
I'm gonna
Eve.
go to my mom's for dinner, and I'm not trying to interrupt Christmas dinner to watch the Lions.
We celebrate on Christmas Eve, so I'll watch it on Christmas either way.
Thanksgiving is a tradition. Christmas Eve is BS. Christmas Day is BS.
It
should be
it's
no
not
teams playing.
necessary. Period. Unless
Actually,
it's on a
Christmas Day
Sunday.
and the NFL's been dominating the NBA ratings, so that's why they put them on Christmas Day.
No, it don't take that much to dominate NBA ratings. Trust me.
That part.
Right.
I completely agree.
It's just it's not necessary unless it's on a Sunday.
Right.
Like
And
the
even
players don't like it. Like Thanksgiving,
It's
is
also
not barely even a real holiday, but B, it's focused around football.
No, there's one right here. There's a Bears fan right here, Patty. And there's Matt Henry in the chat.
NFL doesn't care. The NFL wants to make that big
Oh.
money.
Yeah.
I heard
The
Chicago-
NFL wants
Chicago
games
and
on
Green Bay
every
got
fucking day of the
65.
week in every country
All right, so
in the
Right.
world.
I have a question.
The
So
devil's the devil.
Okay, let's
obviously, Chicago, Green Bay, Pittsburgh. I'm not sure. I haven't even looked at everyone else's schedule, but because of Matt's comments, we play against the Vikings in Dublin, and then we come back to the bye week, and then if you look at the schedule, it kind of looks like there's another bye week for the Steelers mixed in there, because we play a Thursday night game, and then they gave us a Sunday night game right after that. So it's like 11. It's like 11 days off actually.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So the NFL does try to give teams extra breathing room. It looks like. I didn't really look at anyone else's schedule, but has anyone else noticed that?
They
Like,
do.
The good thing for Minnesota is that they're back to back. The bad part is it's the first time they're back to back in 2 different countries.
They're the first team ever.
But the good thing is,
No,
those
last year
countries-
Jaguars played back to back.
Yeah, I was going to say Jacksonville.
yeah, but that's their home team. Who cares?
One and 2 different countries. They're playing one in Ireland, one in England.
Oh shit!
But they're always
Yeah,
in one.
that's
Quit
not a
with
far-
all of the fucking international games.
Right.
And that's not
Just
a far
stop it.
Yeah, I hate
That's
that
not-
too.
That's not a far flight.
We've been lucky as
So,
Lions
I'm gonna
fans
make
not to
that
have to
picture-
do the international game.
Because
thing.
I think Sheila said, you know what? No fucking foreign games. We're not having that.
Because we don't suck
for-
anymore, so they can't make us do that.
But anyways,
Right.
did anybody see the latest edition of Esquire this past month?
Oh no! I saw it this morning.
You know,
It made me
the
laugh.
men's fashion magazine.
God,
No, I didn't
pull
see
it up,
it.
JB.
I know it. Oh god.
Wait,
Oh,
what'd you
God.
say? I think
It
it
should
should
have
have
been on,
Squires. I was like,
should have been
the
on
old fucking ABA team.
The Esquire. Esquire.
Wearing
There
that,
it is.
wearing that Blues Clues sweater under it.
Yeah, I see that.
Blues Clues.
His lips match his shirt, and the
Your
shirt matches the
schedule, I
print
like-
that said Esquire.
Your weeks 3, 4, 5 is gonna.
Where,
ooh, 3,
where
4,
was
5, and
the
6 are all-
international game early in the year last year? That Green Bay Philly game.
Sao Paulo, same
Brazil?
place.
Sao Paulo.
Same
Yeah,
place.
San Paulo. Pio or something like that. San Paulo.
I mean, it's
But-
always FTP, but like, what are we doing?
Well, they didn't
That's
send green
exactly
teams
what
this time. Dumbasses.
Foreign countries don't give a fuck about American football.
Yes,
for
they
one.
do.
Actually,
No,
did
they
you,
don't.
did you see all the fans at the NFL draft that were
Dog.
living in different
Dog,
countries?
like-
though?
I think it's getting out of. I think it's
A,
getting out
no,
of
they
hand.
don't. B,
Don't yell over people, Will.
They don't know how to grow grass meant to play American football.
I took a picture at the
yeah, but they're all rich markets, so that's why they're playing in these countries. They're like Abu Dhabi's a very rich country. Qatar is all these other countries are.
Actually, the problem you had with Sao Paulo last year was not that they can't grow a good field. Is that when they went out with the studs and the cleats, they did it in the afternoon sun. And in Brazil, it's the middle of winter. So when the dew and everything else came out in the sunset, they didn't have the proper cleats. I'll tell you what, those fields in Europe, in Germany, and England, they're just as good, if not actually better, than the grass fields that we play on here in the States. Go ahead, Will. I'm sorry.
The only thing I know different is that they have that grass that's made to help them slide. Tigers win it?
Yes, they did. Malloy.
Okay, can I?
Go ahead, dude. Go ahead, WB.
JB, or not JB, Dom. Look at soccer, it's second rate to soccer, obviously. But look at dude, there's so many European fan bases in the NFL. Look at how it's represented. They don't have football over there. They have soccer.
European, maybe, not South America.
Look at
Mexico.
the guys in the NFL draft who went up to announce picks. Those guys are part of fan clubs in Europe. And you're saying it's not big? Dom, I hate to tell you.
I mean, the NFL is big enough all over the world.
To these countries?
But
have you actually been to any of these places?
The players hate it.
Love NFL football there. You go
that
to
game
Munich,
last year, they had to sequester the players in their hotel rooms other than going to the game.
Dom, pretend
that was Brazil and Brazil only.
Dom,
they did that in Brazil only. They don't do that in Europe.
Let me say one more thing. Dom, pretend there was a sport that came to the U.S. and you never saw it. Like, you only saw it once a year. Would you not be excited? I'd be pretty damn excited.
I've always been very excited because I played soccer growing up. But guess what?
See?
Soccer doesn't fly
exactly.
here.
Yeah, it does, Dom. Where have you been? What rock are you living under?
Rock. I agree with Ken, honestly.
I agree with you, Dom.
But soccer overseas draws more fans than all
the
of the
whole
NFL
world.
teams.
Oh yeah. I mean, they look at their average contract size makes the NFL look stupid.
I think Dom's point though is that football over there is as popular as soccer is here. I mean, right now, is there a group like this overseas talking about football? They're not giving a shit about American football for the most part. Sure, they have some fans, just like we have some Manchester United fans over here. But to Dom's point, it's not real big over there, and damn it, it screws up the schedule, and it always makes you wonder if your team is close to the playoffs and don't make it if that damn overseas game made a difference. Why? So the NFL can expand their brand and they can travel an extra 5,000.
It's called business. That's what you do. It's called business.
Let people finish before you talk over.
Yeah, I'm done.
Listen, the peak of popularity of soccer in this country was in the 1980s, and it was indoor soccer.
No, before your time.
Yeah, I guess you guys
that was during my time. I lived in Wichita.
I guess you guys have
I'm
been
sorry. I gotta laugh at that because the MLS is growing every year. And Mike, I get your argument about the not liking to go to Europe, but you know what? The NFL, it's a business, and they're making money hand over fist for every game they do in Europe. And I'm sorry, Don, U.S. soccer has been growing steadily.
It has.
With the MLS.
As a matter of fact, since Lionel Messi came over, what was that, last year?
Messi came over 3 years ago now. This is third season.
3 years. Okay, this is his third season. Okay, so 2 years ago, technically, because he's playing his third season.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been telling us soccer's growing since the 80s.
Yeah, but it's
numbers don't lie. It is.
It has been growing from a seed.
Well, now it's more than a sapling.
So there is actually
doesn't have the attention span to watch a half of soccer. Half of that half can't even conceptualize the clock counting up instead of down.
I love soccer, so
me too.
The World Cup's the only one worth watching.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, and the U.S. sucks.
What do you mean, Landon Donovan? What do you mean?
Did you just say the World Cup sucks?
We got Christian Pulisic.
No, he said the USA team sucks in the World Cup, and
Landon Donovan's not there anymore. It's Christian Pulisic now.
Okay, I think we need to go
back to American football. That's what
Let's go back.
about.
So there are
We've
a
spent
lot
far
of
too much time talking about the most popular sport in the rest of the world.
Right.
There are a lot of UK NFL groups.
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
And the UK 49ers life.
Yeah, NFL Europe. We saw how well that worked out.
No, we're not talking about NFL Europe.
I'm talking about fan bases. Because I talked to Paul Hope at least once a week, and he's in the United Kingdom. Jeremy, you did a show with me way back when with I don't even remember his name, but he was from the UK Lions group.
Right.
Obviously there's a Jets UK group, and they all have like over 100,000 people in them.
There's barely even a Jets USA group.
Well, there is an actual Roar of the Lions UK, which is one of the bigger podcasts out there on YouTube. So, there are select teams that have big followings overseas.
And I know the Niners have flown. Well, they've given the Niners UK group. They've given them free room and board at Levi to come to the games and stuff.
Oh, I guarantee it.
I mean, the Bears even had their UK ambassador do a draft pick. The Bears have a huge fan base in Europe.
Not surprising.
Lions got a huge fan base in Germany. I know that.
I know the Steelers are going to have a huge base in Ireland. I know that's going to be pretty much black and gold.
Yep. Bayern Munich has had a deal in place with the Kansas City Chiefs for over a decade. They've been partners. So one of the biggest clubs in Europe, Bayern Munich, has had a deal in place with Kansas City, and both win lots of championships. I wonder why. Big European soccer clubs some of them have deals with U.S. football teams.
Okay, I think we should go back. I think we should go back to the schedule.
Detroit has a professional soccer team too. People don't understand.
Doesn't the Jaguars owner own part of Manchester or something?
No, he owns his own team in the Premier League. That's why Jacksonville goes there usually for 2 weeks because they have their own. Jacksonville has their own facilities in London.
We've almost brought it back. Let's bring it back to the NFL
schedule
in the United States, please.
Yes. Go ahead, Mr. JB.
All right, Phil, talk about your Panther schedule, please, sir.
Okay, week 1 we are playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is cool because it's at Jacksonville. Travis Hunter's making his debut against. Who knows? Maybe he'll be lined up against Tat McMillan, rookie against rookie. It'll probably be Xavier Legette, but it's also cool because we both were expansion teams in 1995, so it's kind of cool. Then that was at Jacksonville, 1:00. Next week we're playing week 2 against the Cardinals at Arizona. Week 3. At home against Atlanta. Week 4 at New England. Week 5 home against the Dolphins. Week 6 home against the Cowboys. Week 7.
Wait, that's when Andy Dalton takes over right there.
No. I think Bryce Young's making improvements. Week 7 Jets. Week 8 home against Buffalo. Week 9 at FTP. Week 10 home against the Saints. Week 11 at Atlanta. Week 12. I'm sorry, I didn't say the times. I'll just go to the more important times. Week 12 at San Francisco, Monday Night Football.
Ew.
Yeah, it's a weird game. Week 13, it against the Rams, home. Week 14, the bye. Week 15 at New Orleans. Week 16, home against Tampa. Week 17, home against the Seahawks. Week 18 against the Bucks. So we play 4 divisional. We play the Bucks 2 of the last 3 weeks. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, I'll have to dissect them more. I think we could get 9 wins this year. Just saying, but I don't know. I'll have to dissect them more. But that's that's the Panthers' schedule.
Hey, John, to answer your question,
you should definitely bet that 9 in Vegas because you'll come out a rich man.
I like Inter myself, Inter Miami.
No, it's not Inter Miami. Nice try.
Inter Milan.
Oh,
Inter
Milan. Then
Milan.
PSG.
Hey, start with the M.
You took a swing at it, Jeremy. Anyway,
yeah, I did. I tried. I know that there's Inter Miami here in the United States.
So wrong tournament there, JB.
I gotta have Ken go over the Bears fan. I will get him the link right now. Are you watching on the Hut? Damn it, Will.
He's not on any social media. He's going to drop it.
No, he's on one of the YouTube channels. So is he on Huddle or is he on mine?
Oh, I don't know.
Rancho Relaxo.
We are talking about the NFL schedule. Okay, he's on the Huddle. That's what. Okay, I just want to know which one I had to send it to.
Well, I mean, the Panthers, man, they're going to be an interesting team this year.
I think we're going to be better.
Right. Ken?
They drafted a lot of
offense. Go ahead and talk about the Bears schedule real quick.
Yeah, so my only misgivings about the Bears schedule is the Week 5 bye. Otherwise, it lays out decently. I think the NFL got Week 1 wrong, though. Week 1, the Bears are on Monday Night Football against the Vikings. I think that game should have been either Detroit against the Vikings or the Bears in Detroit on Monday Night Football. I think that either one of those would have been a better storyline, but they don't need a storyline. It's Week 1. So I guess we get JJ's first start with, the head coach debut of Ben. We come see you guys in Detroit Week 2. Then we get the Cowboys at home, and hopefully I'll be at that game. I'm just trying to get the tickets right now. And then Week 4, we go to the Death Star and go see the Raiders. Week 5 is the bye.
The Roomba.
Then, the Roomba. Then we come back, Monday Night Football against the Commanders in Washington. Then we get the Aints at home. And then this is going to be a little bit of a rough patch here. We get the Ravens and the Bengals, Week 8 and 9, back-to-back on the road. Home against the Giants. Then we're at Minnesota. Then we're home against the Steelers. On Black Friday, we're in Philly. That's when Broski and Woody hopefully don't get arrested. And then I don't like this either. We are Week 14 at Green Bay. Then we get Cleveland at home. Then we get Green Bay at home. So we get the Packers twice in 3 weeks. And then Week 16.
Win 2 of those.
And of course, the Green Bay game is TBD. And then we're at Sunday Night Football, which probably gets flexed out against the Niners. And then we finish the year off TBD against Detroit. So I like the way the schedule lays out overall. I just don't like the early bye, and I don't like having the Packers twice in 3 weeks. I wish it would have been spread out a little bit more. Some people like that it's closer to within 3 weeks. But no, the schedule, look, we all have a tough schedule in the North this year with who we play. We don't have any extended road trips. We only have one short week, which is the Black Friday week, which then gives us a long week for the Packers game. So there's some good trade-offs there. My biggest only complaint really is a Week 5 bye.
Is that Niners game on the road, Ken?
Yeah.
That's at Levi's, yeah.
Because I was noticing a lot of cold weather down the Red Cowboys there. So I think that San Francisco trip might be a little, island in the storm.
It is because, that's the thing that we were saying on Hallis is, we get Detroit at home Week 18.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun having a dome team coming out. And I know you guys will say it doesn't bug you, but
No,
it matters.
The schedule
didn't bug
makers
us last year.
Think more of y'all.
You remember that dirty burger we dropped on y'all last year? It didn't bother us last year.
The dome teams go into cold weather. I know Detroit fans say, well, it doesn't really matter to them, but I don't know if it does or doesn't, matters. But that'll be interesting. I think the Bears, I think like most of the NFC North, you're looking at 8 to 11 wins in the schedule. I mean, what I hate right now with the Bears as far as predicting, I have a lot of unknowns with my new head coach, my new defensive coordinator. I got a new offensive line. If the offensive line holds up, this team has got the talent to win a truckload of games. This division, talent-wise, it's too damn good to give a hard number.
A truckload?
Yes, there's a truckload of talent in this division.
No, you said a truckload of wins.
Well, there will be a truckload of wins in this division as well.
Oh, okay.
He said if the offensive line holds up.
Team
yeah, I think
a truckload of wins.
The NFC North could send 3 teams to the playoffs again. Which 3 teams? Good question. I don't know. Like I said, we got a very good division in total. 9 wins could find you in the basement.
Right. We've talked about this. Whoever's in the basement, 7 to 9 wins. We've said that the entire time. As soon as we looked at all the additions every team had, and everybody, they poo-poo about what the Lions did in free agency. But if you think about it, we had the one glaring hole, and everybody knows it, and they filled it with Davenport because they couldn't afford Za'Darius at $11 million.
Well, the Lions had another issue too, and they were smart about it before it became a glaring issue, and that is they put some work on the offensive line because the numbers on the offensive line had deteriorated over the last couple of years, and some players left, and they went out and addressed that in the draft. I mean, that's the Lions trying to get ahead of the offensive line, which they know is going to decline. So I think that was smart on them, and they did right by it. That's what I'm saying. Like the North, really, I don't think there's a bad team in the North. And every single one of these games, I don't see.
Yes, there is. They're called the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay. Well, once again, we already know your takes are bags of what you say about soccer. So, and the lack, therefore, of the MLS and the European game. So we already know you don't know what you're saying. But I really, even Minnesota, they could have main event Mike could be their quarterback as long as he can game manage. They're going to win 8 to 10 games.
I throw football over that mountain.
I would take main event Mike over JJ McCarthy.
This division has good defenses and good offenses and good talent all over the place. I don't think there's a bad team in this division. Now, does that mean that someone can't find new and interesting ways to lose games like the Bears did last year? No, it doesn't mean that can't happen. But really, we got 4 really good teams in the division. It's hard to say anyone definitively is going to win 12 or 13. I think everyone's in that 9 to 11, and then there'll be some variance as the season goes on.
JB, by the way, it's Devin.
I would take main event Mike over JJ McCarthy as Minnesota's starting
quarterback. Damn.
I would too.
JJ doesn't have to do much there, man.
I'm the same height as Bryce Young.
You're also assuming that JJ is going to be the starting quarterback, but you got to look at it like this. They did get Sam
Howell.
And Daniel Jones.
That dude is a good-ass quarterback.
No, they don't have Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones went to the Colts, didn't he?
Yeah. He's competing. He's going to be competing against Richardson.
He might start.
Richardson looks like he's a little bit reformed.
But I'm going to get to Jamie Malloy. I want him to go over his Bills schedule real quick.
Yes, and thank you very much. It's the final season. And when I say it's the final season, meaning it's the final season at our current Highmark Stadium in 2025. As July 2026, we will be opening a brand new Highmark Stadium across the street. But let's talk about who we're going to be playing in this last year, the farewell season at Highmark Stadium, but the main schedule overall. So week 1 on Sunday, September 7th at 8:20 p.m. Sunday Night Football on NBC. We open up with our last ever home opener at the current stadium, and it's a playoff matchup against Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and those big, bad Baltimore Ravens.
Wait, is that the last home game ever at the stadium?
No, it's not. It's the last home
game. Just want to make sure.
Opener.
Want to make sure it was the last one of it ever at that stadium. Okay.
Last home opener at that stadium. Yeah. Yep. Week 2. We go on the road at 1:00 p.m. on CBS Sunday, September 14th, to take on your former defensive coordinator, now head coach Aaron Glenn, and the New York Jets. And I think no matter what the Jets do, everybody should be patting Aaron Glenn on the back for basically telling Aaron Rodgers to kick rocks and basically saving the NFL. So there you go with that. Week 3, we have a Thursday night football game on Prime, 8:15 p.m. at home against the Miami Dolphins. Week 4, we stay at home, 1:00, Sunday, September 28th, to take on Kellen Moore and possibly Tyler Shock and those New Orleans Saints.
Hey, welcome to the stage, Mr. Kitty Ken.
How are you doing right now?
Hey, there he is.
How are you right meow, sir?
I'm doing a lot better than you right now with your Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, but anyways,
they don't even get to meow. It's more of a.
Wait,
we got a Panthers fan here. All right, cool.
Somebody always has a TV on in the background on this show at one point or another.
It's probably
got
Dom.
many people, but at the same time, no, I think I have a feeling I know who it is. But Adam, let's hear about your Steelers schedule.
I haven't finished mine.
Jamie didn't
We're
finish.
still the Bills.
Okay.
Oh, Jamie didn't finish yet. Okay.
Week 5, we stay at home, 8:20 p.m. to play the New England Patriots. And oddly enough, this is going to be another Sunday night game on NBC. Because I think they think people got intrigued in the Patriots again with
Vrabel.
With Vrabel, so I think they want to test New England and see how they do on Sunday night in Orchard Park. Week 6 is a Monday night game. All
right, hold on. I'll be right back. There's issues on the other show.
Okay.
Too much fudge on the other show.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Monday Night Football, October 13th, 7:15 p.m. when we travel on the road to take on the Michael Penix-led Atlanta Falcons. Week 7 is a bye. Coming off that bye, we take on Will's team and Sean McDermott's former team as a defensive coordinator under Ron Rivera at Bank of America Stadium to take on the Carolina Panthers. 1:00 kickoff. That game's on Fox. Week
Buffalo
9
and Carolina only.
Yep. Week 9. Everybody's got this game circled once again because it's another home regular season game against Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City at 4:25. And of course, when the Bills play Kansas City, you got to put that game on at 4:25 on national TV on CBS. And it's home again. AFC Championship rematch again on CBS.
You should try beating them in the playoffs.
I was just getting to that actually.
Sorry.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
But anyway, that Sunday, November 9th, 1:00 p.m., we travel to Hard Rock Stadium in sunny South Florida to take on the Miami Dolphins. And I'm assuming Quinn Ewers will probably be starting by then. I don't know. But unless Tua can magically stay healthy, we'll see.
Not possible.
Right.
That is Tua applesauce era.
Okay. And then week 11, Sunday, November 16th, 2 days before my 29th birthday. 1:00 p.m. at home on CBS. And we play Todd Bowles, Baker Mayfield, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That'll be a good game.
And the battle of the battle of the top of one of the top two quarterbacks class from the 2018 class to be exact.
It's not a battle. Josh Allen is so very much better than Baker.
I think it will be a hard fought game.
Yes, it will. Because Baker always brings it when he plays the Bills.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, Bucks are tough this year.
Yeah, I think the Bucks are going to be a tough out for people.
And for some reason, we have a second Thursday night game this year. I don't know. They don't usually give out two teams. It's usually you usually get one, according to the NFL rules. But the NFL was generous enough to give the Bills a second one as we travel to NRG Stadium, which is in a week for in a rematch of last year's game to take on C.J. Stroud and those Houston Texans.
What week is that?
November 20th, 8:15
week?
p.m. on Prime Video.
No, what week?
Oh, week 12.
Okay.
Week 13. Adam's going to like this one. Sunday, November 30th, 4:25 p.m. We travel to our good neighbors 3 hours away to the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium / Heinz Field to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers on CBS. Nice. Always a good draw for that game, especially when it's Buffalo Pittsburgh, the two locals, as if you like to call them. And then week 14, Sunday, December 7th, 4:25 at home against Joe Burrow, his two highly paid wide receivers, and their Swiss cheese defense, the Cincinnati Bengals. If the Bengals didn't have a Swiss cheese defense, they'd be worth talking about, actually. But week 15, Sunday, December 14th, we travel to Gillette Stadium, which is Foxborough, Massachusetts, a.k.a. the Dirty Water in suburban Boston, to take on the New England Patriots again on the road on CBS. Week 16, we're traveling to the Dog Pound, December 21st at 1 o'clock p.m. to take on the Cleveland Browns and Buffalo Bills' former defensive coordinator, now Cleveland's defensive coordinator, Jimmy Schwartz. Week 17.
Jim Schwartz.
Yep.
Week 16, that's late in the schedule for a bye.
It's not a bye, actually.
It's not a bye, Dom. You're terrible.
Yeah, we're going to lose to Cleveland.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but when Cleveland's been good, though, I mean, it's been their defense because Jim Schwartz does know how to run a good defense, especially he's always been good at stopping the run. That's his specialty. And week 17, Sunday, December 28th, the Eagles Fly, the defending Super Bowl champions, will be migrating to Orchard Park. It was for a 4:25 kickoff, week 17. And week 18 is our TBD at home against Aaron Glenn and those same New York Jets. There you have it, folks. The official 2025 schedule for the Buffalo Bills, which is once again their final season at the current Highmark Stadium.
Good job.
Interesting.
There we go. Adam, let's get that one going. Your Pittsburgh Steelers.
So the NFL is really hoping we sign Aaron Rodgers for week 1, so we have a bigger talk going into week 1. We're playing the Jets. And then all of a sudden we go to Seattle, or Seattle comes here and the DK thing going on.
Yep.
And then we face a former player in Mike Vrabel in New England. Honestly, I'm not looking to see if they're home or not. I'm just going over the schedule.
Right.
I haven't broken it down that far. Then obviously the following week, I know we're in Dublin playing Minnesota. I did talk to a couple people that are looking into going, so that's pretty neat. So obviously,
You should
I'm not
go. You'll
going.
win.
Ticket packages are out of control. I mean, just to go to that. My kid's on here, so Josh, if you want to go to the Bills game, I just looked at tickets. They're starting at $246 to sit in row double X and 526, which is the bleacher section at the very top of Heinz Field.
That's your kid, Josh?
That's my kid, yeah.
What's up, Josh?
I mean, the ticket price is the least of your worries if you're going on the other side of the pond.
Tom, do you know how expensive those flights are?
No, he's saying the Buffalo game.
The Buffalo game. Yeah, they don't even have if you even click on the game, you don't even see the prices. It says put in your email and we'll email you.
Josh said never mind.
My wife's been texting me because we were trying to go to we're in Chicago for week 3, coming home for a cruise. The cheapest ticket to the Bears right now, $500. It's actually cheaper to go to opening night. Monday Night
I want to
Football.
hear the rest of the.
In the nosebleeds is still $300 to be in the top section of Soldier Field. Tickets are expensive everywhere in this league.
Go ahead, Adam.
The cheapest tickets I saw were the preseason game in Green Bay against the Jets and Packers. I think they were at 54 apiece. I've never been to Lambeau Field, so I was like $56. That might be worth it, but it's preseason. Does that count as still going to a game?
Yeah. I was gonna say might be a whole bunch of backups, but hey, still halfway counts.
Yeah, tickets are not cheap.
So then after that week, obviously me and the Bear up there, we're not real happy with this week 5 bye crap. It's I guess the Packers fan too got 5.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not happy of that week 5 freaking.
Welcome to hell, boys. Welcome to hell.
Yeah.
but like I was
us
saying
last
earlier,
year, wasn't it?
the
Week
Steelers
5?
kind of get
That was
like
ours
mini.
last year.
The Steelers kind of get mini buys in all this because they do have. We have Cleveland right after the bye, so it's like we have another bye there, right? and then we play. I guess we play a Thursday night game against the Bengals at Cincinnati, and then we come back and play the Packers up there at 8:20 on what is that, Sunday night? I don't have
Thanksgiving.
I just have the dates. I don't have the day.
Yeah, hold on.
That's Thanksgiving.
It's 8:20. It's 8:20 Sunday night or Monday night.
It's Thanksgiving, I think.
Well, if it's a Sunday, it's definitely not Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, it's Sunday night football against the
8:20.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Which they'll probably flex out.
Yeah, it's not Chicago in there.
I mean, if you've got a Sunday night game week 14, 15, 16, prepare to flex. That's all.
Yeah, week 16 is against Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Then we play the Colts the following week, which I don't know. We're going to get Anthony Richardson running tired after a little 40-yard scamper. He has to come sit out for a couple plays. Then we're on the road, and a lot of traveling going on to the Chargers. And I don't know how that team's going to look. Is that going to be a Najee Harris payback game, or is
wait, what
or is Hampton? Or is Hampton going to be the starter?
Probably Hampton.
Who knows? According to our lads, it has Hampton over Harris right now, but I don't know how predictable that is. Then we go Bengals. Then we're at Chicago, I guess, right?
Yep.
23rd. Then, Jamie, we got our game, Buffalo.
Yep.
I didn't look this over, boys. I'm not very prepared, but I just wanted to come on. No, I'm being honest.
You're good, man. You're doing great.
Julius Randle again.
And then I don't know, guys. Like, I don't feel the same for the Baltimore game, the rivalry. I felt the rivalry was really good from 2000 to like 2016 with Suggs.
Because you were winning.
Well, that's not only the hitting, the rivalry was there. Ray Lewis, Hines Ward. It was just a better game. Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, obviously. Nagato whenever he broke Ben's nose in the Sunday night game. It was just yeah.
The rivalry itself is not quite what it was, but that's Pittsburgh and Baltimore are still two of the 3 or 4 best run franchises in the NFL.
I agree. That's a slobber knocker every year. Look at last year when they knocked the ball loose from Russell Wilson on a sure touchdown.
Well,
it's still a great.
I wouldn't say too much this year, but
what?
Okay.
Hey, Adam, what was the first game of the year? The Steelers against Justin Fields. Is that at home in Heinz Field?
No, it's in Meadowlands.
Okay, so that would have been nice to see Justin Fields have to come back into Pittsburgh.
But you see, the NFL was trying to get Fields and Rodgers right out the gate, right?
Mm-hmm. What are you on now?
Yeah, that's what it'll be. It'll be Aaron Rodgers going back into New York.
I hope not. I want to see Will Howard or Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, but Adam, I'm the only one who's.
If we're going to
go ahead, Adam, and I'll tell you what I want to say because I feel like I'm the only one who's realistic about the whole Aaron Rodgers thing. But go ahead.
If we're going to spend unrealistic money on this old ass guy that's just over the hump, why wouldn't you spend that? Why wouldn't you spend that on another receiver like we need?
Right, but here's what I'm saying. Getting him is one thing, but everybody's acting like he's just gonna get handed the starting job. He's not. I don't think he is. Even if you sign him, he's not gonna get handed the starting job there. I don't think he is. Everybody thinks he's just gonna.
He's gonna get the starting job. He's getting the start. Dude, this is an all-pro quarterback. Even if he's taking mushrooms, he's gonna start.
He's better than what you have.
Who didn't do anything on the Jets last year, and
Jamie, I'm gonna argue with you right here because everyone should have seen it that Justin Fields was 4-2. And they sat his ass for old ass Russell Wilson,
right?
Whose arm died at the end of the season. And I will say this repeatedly.
No, but if Rodgers
we watched it even with the year before in Flacco.
The league doesn't want Rodgers in the league. Nobody wants Aaron Rodgers in the league anymore.
Now wait, yeah, you're wrong because on NFL Network they talk all the time about where Aaron Rodgers can land, and the NFL Network is owned by the
sports
NFL.
Media does.
So.
But
they want him in there, but nobody that runs the team wants him there. It's the problem.
I feel Aaron Rodgers is like Shedeur Sanders.
That's my point. The media wants him there, but teams that are smart don't want him.
Because they know, like, he's become James Harden or Russell Westbrook. Like, if you want to win the title,
they want to pass this on to a younger generation now. The perfect time to do it.
If you want to win a title, it's not happening with Aaron Rodgers.
He's like the dishes, man. He's washed. But if he can't beat out Mason Rudolph, then he might as well hang
I'd rather start Mason Rudolph over Aaron Rodgers, to be honest with you. I would rather let Mike finish.
So
I'd rather lose with a younger guy than a washed-up guy like Rodgers.
With this Michael Huck comment, I thought for sure the Saints were going to try and trade Cleveland for Shedeur. That was just my honest thought for nothing.
I'm telling you, I called it before the draft. Mike heard me say it. A lot of the guys that have been on this show.
No, with the Carr retiring, Jeremy. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Now that there's an actual situation, I know they drafted Tyler Scuff and I know they still have Rattler. But
Carr didn't retire till like just now. He just retired.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised they didn't offer Cleveland something to go after Shedeur.
They don't want him.
There's also Atlanta going to be trading off Kirk Cousins. So Kirk Cousins is somewhere in that mix.
They're going to go with one guy with a bad leg and try to get another one with a bad leg. Good job.
Could you see though Atlanta trading? I mean, New Orleans trading in division wouldn't.
That's another point.
Would you?
I mean, Cousins.
I think everybody is happy with what they got right now.
I think that's what it is.
Period.
You didn't finish your schedule, Adam.
Oh,
did you?
Sorry. Yeah, we go to Miami on Monday night, and then Jeremy, I imagine we'll do a show on that the following week there, and with the Detroit Lions.
Yep.
And then bye week Browns, and then the Ravens to close it out. And I'm not sure everything's TBD on that weekend. So we close out against the Ravens.
Hey, since it's Ken's turn, I think Ken Dobie, you got a nice little sounder to announce Ken to do his schedule.
Oh, for his schedule?
Yeah.
Packers suck.
Yeah.
Packers suck.
Jeremy, you sneaky bastard, Jeremy.
You like it, don't you?
He snuck the picture in when you did the audio. Nice.
I did.
Very nice. 2 thumbs up.
Wait, Jeremy, can we put the real Ken on stage? This is
Aww.
I
Isn't he
know
cute?
Yo, but the NFL,
number one. You see that?
All right, so
one.
do the Packers guy is Jaden Reed still going to be?
Okay.
The NFL got smart, though, real quick. The NFL got smart with week 17, 18, especially 18 with the TBD because it allows them the flexibility to make the playoff games front and center and make that final. So, like the Bears Lions TBD, that could be Sunday Night Football. It could be flexed to Monday Night Football. And, I mean, smart.
They won't move it. They'll play it.
The last 2 weeks have always been subject to the flex. The only difference is now they don't even announce it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's smart on their end.
Yep. So
having been part of a flex game, it threw like last year for the Bears Commanders, we got flexed, and that screwed up the whole day's plans up. So it's nice that they started off flex, so you already aren't expecting to be at noon or at 3:20 or at 5:20 or 6:20, whatever time.
Week 18.
Was it that Black Friday?
Football.
This is the day. This is the day we tell our other halves or whatever, like no plans on this weekend because everything's TBD.
Yep.
Right.
you make that well in advance before you know.
Or you pull a Joe Klatt and say, "Sorry, I can't come to your wedding on Saturday when college football's on." That's what Joe Klatt.
She'll be like, "Babe, what you doing this weekend?" TBD, babe. TBD.
Okay. So, and it's like the week before last. Don't forget, there's 8 TBD games on that week. So, and it's all the playoff, the ones they expect to be playoff matches that are TBD. But Ken, let's go ahead and get the Packers schedule now. We already know we're coming to Ford Field North on week 1.
Yeah, we got the Lions stumbling into Ford Field. See what you fucking
Ford Field North.
Hey, it's not my fault. I run 6 fucking shows today. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
It was truth, though.
We gotta clip that.
It was
yeah. You don't want to be clipping stuff. I'll make some nice clips.
Oh, man.
But
hey, at least
we got the Lions stumbling into Lambeau. Then we got Washington coming into Lambeau on Thursday night. Then we got the Browns that we're going to. Then we have our home away from home for Sunday Night Football of the Cowboys. And then an absolutely terrible bye week of week 5. You got Cincinnati week 6, which at least will be a home game for that shootout. You got the Cardinals week 7 away.
We're number 1. See that, JV?
Yeah.
I love it.
You guys are number 1s for losses in the division over the entire history.
That's fine, but we've been number 1 in the division the last 2 years.
Then you got the Steelers for Sunday Night Football. And then we're got the Carolina Panthers coming here week 9.
We'll win that.
Yeah. You go, Will. Jordan got hit by a bus before the game.
Rico Daddle, baby.
Then you got the Eagles coming to Lambeau for Monday Night Football. We're going to the Giants, which I might go to that game. Then you got the Vikings coming to Lambeau. We're going to the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving. Give them another whooping on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right.
That's gonna happen.
Then we got the vengeance for the fluke game against Chicago in Lambeau.
Packers suck.
Yeah, yeah. Then we got the Broncos that we're going to. And then we're going to Jordan Love's home that was previously Aaron Rodgers of Ford Field. Then we got Baltimore in 17. And then we finish out with the Vikings at their stadium.
I had a question real quick. I think Adam had a question about Jaden Reed. What were you going to ask, Adam?
Is he still going to be the number one, or what's going on with him?
Yeah, Jaden Reed, I do not see is going to be the number one. He's going to be heavily involved in the offense, but I wouldn't be surprised if Golden's the one that walks away with it. With them going and getting him in the first round, you got to think they're going to give him every opportunity to take that number one receiver role.
And Watson goes to number 3, I'm assuming.
What about Savion?
Hey,
him, I think it's going to take a little bit for him to work into the offense. That he'll be more of the Cordell Patterson role.
Michael Huck went to the internet.
Joe Rogan. Who's that?
Yeah, where is Joe?
Yeah. Somebody asked him if he wants to be on. Hell, even get Dom in here. What the hell?
Dom's in here.
Not that Dom.
I have Jordan Love in my fantasy.
Giants fan, Dom.
I have Jordan Love in one of my fantasy teams. So that's why I'm curious. There, Packers guy.
Where's Michael?
Hey, Ken, what's interesting is I too hate the week 5 bye we both have. What I don't like is we play each other twice in 3 weeks, but then the second game we both have a mini bye coming into that game because you play Thursday and Thanksgiving, we play Friday. So it's kind of a weird little trade-off, but I hate how they packaged the Bears-Packers game so close together.
Hey, I'm all freaking for that.
Hey, Ken, or even though I give your team crap, I still like them a whole ton better than the Packers and the the Bears and the Vikings.
Okay, I was wondering where you're going with that because you got two.
You said it right the first time.
The opposite.
He said it right the first
time. Hey, Ken, when is that? When is that Black Friday game? I mean, who you play at that game?
We got the Eagles that game.
You're going to get
both of y'all going to be pissed in the next game because those are 2 L's right there.
Was it the Washington game, the Hail Mary game? Was that on Black Friday last year also?
No, that was Sunday. It was a Sunday night football game because that game got flexed. It was supposed to be the second game.
4 in a row, Patterson roll. That's not flattering.
That's right. You guys were 4-3 at the time, right?
4-2.
Oh, and when you lost, I died.
Week 8. It was week 8, and that game got flexed. So we were supposed to be like 3 at 4:25. Got flexed to the late game.
Then they lost.
I'm not even going to talk
2
shit.
months
The whole
straight.
division's better than last year right now.
It is.
Yeah, it's a good. Like I said, it's a good division.
Chicago got a Pope before they got a 4,000-yard passer.
But Chicago, you want to hear?
Yes.
Yeah, but what about?
Yes.
What
you
about?
know what?
What about? I got a funnier one.
Okay.
Cleveland. Okay. Cleveland's about to get a new stadium and host a Super Bowl before they ever win a Super Bowl.
And even with divine intervention, the Chicago Bears still won't be good.
The Bears are going to get a new stadium too.
If Cleveland builds this new stadium,
and it's all because of that type of sacrilege that they're not going to win shit.
I love it. Love it. Bring it on. All right.
If Cleveland does build this new stadium real quick, Jerm, this stadium is going to be state of the fucking art. From the diagrams and pictures and stuff, it looks absolutely amazing.
It looks like they modeled it a little bit, but not exactly the same as what they did with Ford Field. Because I saw that they had some steep angles and almost like a greenhouse effect over one of the atriums for the entrances that they were doing. Really cool the way they're doing their dome for it.
I was going to say, is it a dome?
Yeah.
It's going to be a dome with the retractable roof. It's going to be. They're trying to get a soccer team up there now too. I don't know what the hell they would call themselves, but whatever. They're trying to make. They're going to make it like Dallas' stadium kind of for all the Final Fours and all that. It looks absolutely phenomenal. And I was so surprised it was coming out of Cleveland.
Michael, I was at that game for the Hail Mary. I was sitting in that end zone.
I have a question to ask you, Ken.
Okay, Amy.
So, Ken, obviously we know the Bear. If you probably know this too because you're a Bears fan, which I stated the obvious. You could thank me for that one. Anyway, where do you want the new stadium? Do you want it in Arlington Heights or still downtown in the lakefront?
Arlington, but Arlington makes the most business sense. They own the property, so they own the land. They're not going to have to rent from anyone. Over 80% of the fan base lives in the Northwest Burbs anyways that buy season tickets. I mean, the lakefront sounds nice and all, but the city of Chicago would have to maintain it. We already see how well they maintain Soldier Field. I don't trust them with Ken Catalone's snowblower, let alone the field equipment. Oh, wait, they got all stolen last year. So, no, let it go to Arlington Heights. They own the property, then they can make all the money for WrestleManias and monster trucks and Final Fours and
Super Bowl,
whatever else they're going to do there, and cut the city of Chicago out. Look, the city of Chicago will still make money. They'll get tourism dollars. They'll get people flying in through O'Hare. They'll get hotel visits and all that. But the stadium should go to Arlington.
How long of a car ride is it from downtown Chicago to Arlington Heights, where the proposed stadium is?
Not far. It's put it this way. Like, I grew up in Wheeling, which is in that right area. I could sit. You remember the tornado slides? I'd climb up to go down. You could see the city of Chicago skyline from the suburbs out there. So you're still within eyesight. You're talking. It's probably without traffic 20 minutes.
Okay.
Is there ways in and out, or are they going to have to redo a lot of
JB,
stuff?
I've got to go.
It's right off of I-90. It's right off of I-90. It's actually the Arlington site would be closer to O'Hare International Airport than downtown Chicago is.
All right, Jamie, did you say you had to go, or is that Will?
Say, the Bears are the early 2000s Lions.
Sure.
Will, somebody dropped off.
That
was Peanut Butter. Okay.
It makes more sense with them owning the property and having the rights. The city of Chicago can't. They can't look at Soldier Field. It's usually one of the worst fields in the league. I'm going, Will. It's usually one of the worst fields maintenance wise in the league. I mean, the city of Chicago can't maintain jack. And then the deal is, if they build it downtown, they have to keep Soldier Field. It's a national landmark, so they have to keep the pillars. Very nice. They have to keep the pillars, so all the parking is going to be underground and other places. It's just going to be a mess to get to. So,
Jeremy, I got to get you backstage on my show so you can put all this shit up.
You like it, huh?
Oh, we all have some good ones. I got Jeremy. Jeremy knows I got some good ones for him too.
So you guys are you guys all backstage then too?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Ken, the bearded Packer fan, Ken the Catalone there, he is one of the founders of the Huddle Sports Network I'm a part of.
This is my Twitter name, guys. If you guys want to follow me, I'll follow you back.
He does follow back. If you ever want to be on Tuesday nights at 9, we do the open sports mic where we talk all things sports.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
Yeah, we're keeping that one.
Yeah. We get all kinds of hilarity on our shows. What can we say?
Oh, do you guys like God? What's his name again? Is it JD, JB, or whatever? Jay's name is the one that comes in with the funny comments on our show, Adam.
Yeah, where the fuck is
J.I.? He's on baby duty. He usually misses Wednesday night.
Motown Mitch.
Motown's not actually too bad when you get to know the guy. You find out he's a more extreme version. I got the perfect example. He's like if John Dorn and Paul Merkel had a baby.
Ew.
That's very nice.
If Paul Merkel and John Dorn had a baby that was a lion.
That sounds awful.
Yeah,
hey, this is what I got to say. You guys I see what you named that video. This is what I hear whenever I say that we're not going to win the North again.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah, you're not going to win the North again.
No. When you guys keep saying you're going to win it, no, you're not.
We the North.
I think they need a message from Mr. Rogers, Ken.
Ken, it's funny. You were thinking the exact same thing. Listen, Lions fans, we love you.
Aaron Glenn's your bitch?
Hey.
No, we love you. We know it's been a while.
You're learning so many important things.
We are learning a lot of important things, like how to win a division.
How to lose playoff games.
How about that?
Hey, it only took you guys 30 years to figure it out.
That's nothing you learned. We've been doing that for a longest time. What the hell are you talking about? That's not a learned thing.
In all fairness, I think the Vikings are going to be the backyard dog in this fight.
You guys need to learn stuff like losing.
We lost enough in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, I mean,
you're going to lose enough in a new century too. But.
The North is a weird division, right? Because you've got 4 teams that all can lay. You got 4 teams that are pretty good. You can be a 9-win team, which is still a successful year, and be in the basement in this division this year. I think. I mean, you look at
it really though? Is 9-8 really a winning season?
Yeah, I was going to say it's above 500 barely. But it's above.
You're talking to the.
No one has done that.
Who's a fan of the king of 9-8s, right, Adam?
I hate. I am not. I'm not a Tomlin guy, guys.
It's been 2 or 3.
While the city of Pittsburgh is firing head coaches, why don't they fire the one at Heinz Field?
Well, I said that last year before the playoff game. I said if Pittsburgh loses, Tomlin might go, and no sooner they lose, like within an hour. The hierarchy that says we're not going to fire him. So to me, that says he's on the hot seat this year. If Tomlin doesn't win a playoff game this year, he's gone.
I think Omar Khan definitely has him on the hot seat this year. I think
they don't have.
No, he ain't. Tomlin's going to go on his own terms. Pittsburgh does not fire head coaches. We
just fired 2. Let's fire 3.
I mean, 8 years without
head
coaches.
We just brought in your former guys as a head coach for the Pirates, right? Don Kelly, right? Didn't he play for the Tigers?
That's wow. Did you really just try to compare the Steelers and the Pirates?
Right.
I was just saying no, but we fired Mike Sullivan, winningest coach in Penguin history.
Are perpetually rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic.
You've got to be joking. Is NFL Network really going to have the Cowboys winning 13 plus games?
Of course, I hate to say it. If they write the ship with
Vegas over under is like 7.5
with George Pickens, this team could be good.
Right.
No.
If they figure out Pickens and Lamb as a combo to work,
dude, their win-loss column is stupid. Like,
and the only reason they're not the worst team in that division is because New York Giants.
Yeah.
And here we are. I'm running this show from the town of Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good.
There you go.
And it's that time of the night where I do my sponsor.
Packers suck.
The Vikings, they can get skull fucked. FDP! Fuck the Packers!
I could have worn my lucky motherfucker shirt tonight, huh?
And fuck the Bears.
I just heard it the other night, and I forgot who the comparison was.
Hey, JB, why do we got to have fuck the Bears? They do a good job of fucking themselves.
The Dallas Cowboys
fucked themselves last year. They looked like a porcupine.
Actually, I have a question for Ken.
Over 20 years have been the Michigan Wolverines of NFL football, but at least the Wolverines won a title.
Ken, why did the Bears not do all this receiver grabbing for Justin Fields like they're doing for this awful quarterback?
Oh,
they did.
They did, but it doesn't matter. That is not how you fix your team, Ryan Poles.
We'll see.
And almost fell out of his chair.
What,
Wait,
JB? You just like won over my son.
Right.
Josh, he's live every Wednesday night with this shenanigans.
Hold on.
Instead of watching your dad.
Hold on. I gotta invoke my inner John Dorn. Caleb is a bust.
Y'all can throw shit like this up all day. I don't care. Look, you're talking about a fan base where we had the Worm, we're in a Bulls uniform, who straight up married himself, changed their color. Dude, we don't care in Chicago. You all
I know.
care. We don't care.
I just think it's funny.
It's the 2000s Lions.
Man, that's almost becoming part of the course in Chicago.
It's the 2000s Lions.
I still love that I was the very first one because I was at the draft day one. As soon as he said, "Go Bears," walking up that stage, I said, "Tell GBTQB1."
Oh, that was fucking great.
Thing is, even if they drafted Jaden Daniels, it still wouldn't have worked.
All right.
Everybody said, "But his girlfriend's hot." I said, "I don't care. That doesn't mean she doesn't beg him."
let Ken defend himself because he's like, all right, damn it.
Holy fudge! I started a can of worms here. Sorry, buddy.
Look, I mean, you can say what you want to say about any of these quarterbacks or track athletes. The fastest man in the world does what? He paints his nails. He painted them at the Olympics. Really don't give a shit. It's what they do on the field.
Stop drafting quarterbacks in the first round.
Oh, you won a Lombardi. Shut up until you win one.
There, like Ken. I also feel that he got all. I also feel Caleb got all those yards because teams were down so much and teams were just playing prevent the win, prevent to do anything.
I don't know. In that franchise's history are a former Lion and Jay Cutler,
the gay Butler.
So, I don't know what to expect out of Caleb this year, numbers wise. I think there's going to be a sophomore slump in some ways, but then I think you might see some upside because of the new offensive line and Ben Johnson's offense. So it's going to be interesting to see what Caleb does this year. I mean,
I don't think Caleb Williams has the skill set to run that offense.
You also don't think soccer's a growing sport in this country, so we already know you don't know. So
is it going to be Loveland or is it going to be Komet, or are they going to split sides? What are they going to do?
I think they're going to run both out there because he likes a two tight end set, and those are two really good weapons. And look at if Cole Komet, we know he can ball. We paid him the money. We just don't use him. If
you reach on a tight end, and
they got an out
on the wrong one.
They got an out on Cole Komet at the end of the year. So if between the two of them, Cole ends up being odd man out, they'll just release him at the end of the year and save cap money, and then probably put
tight end in the first round is a luxury pick.
Okay. Well, you had a luxury pick with your running back in the first round. Look how that worked out for you. Calling something a luxury pick doesn't mean it's not good. The Lions made a luxury pick with Jahmyr Gibbs, and it's been phenomenal for the Lions. So
we had the offensive line to make him good. Whatever. I did not love the Jahmyr Gibbs pick.
But yet, it was a good luxury pick.
You do now, though.
J-Mo, I would trade him right now for Hendrickson.
J-Mo is on a prove-it year again. I mean, he had a decent year last year. It was mostly trick plays, a couple nice catches, but he's still on. He's still on a prove-it year for that long-term deal, and he's got to show Detroit that he can put two back-to-back seasons together.
I hope he doesn't get that deal here.
I think he might. If he does at least as good, if not better than last year.
Yeah, I still like that.
We cannot pay him top 10 money when we're already saying Amon-Ra top 5.
I still like your rookie in Tesla.
Yeah, here's what I got to say about that. The projected salary for J-Mo is at a minimum of $18 million upwards to $27 million.
And that's because J-Mo is really good with the trick plays. That's the money.
That's still less than T. Higgins got as the number 2 at Cincinnati.
Cool. No thanks.
Come on, man.
He had 1,001 yards. He had 1,001 yards and 7 touchdowns. That's not off trick plays. His running ability is.
That's what I'm saying.
We aren't Cincy. We are better than that.
His money is on those double reverses and reverses. Like his big.
That's his rushing yards. Those are his rushing yards, though. We're talking receiving yards. He
to me, his big plays were all when he was running the ball on a reverse, or something like that. But look at J-Mo.
Most of them were bombs.
You forgot that bomb that was thrown on y'all in this last Chicago game.
Most of them were bombs.
Ran right by the corner. Well, that was
I don't
Stevenson,
think
so
we
I'll
can
give you a
either.
break on that one because he's an idiot.
I would rather give Laporta.
I'll push back on one thing. He had 400 yards in air catches for bombs last season.
Yeah, I mean that's why that's why I said he had some good catches, but he's still. I think Detroit's still not sold on him. Like they want to see 2 years back to back with him putting up those kinds of numbers because he last year was an anomaly compared to the first two. And for the kid, I hope he gets it. I hope he has a nice season up there, and you guys ink him to a nice big deal. And I hope Dobbs does the same thing in Green Bay.
I would rather give Laporta top 10 tight end money than J-Mo top 10 wide receiver money.
Laporta's going to get that money anyways. You guys are going to give Laporta a big contract.
Maybe not here. We wanted to keep Hawkinson, but he wanted like top 5
No,
money.
you didn't. I wish he was still on main event. Mike was ready to kill Hawkinson and stake him to the because he was injured and not playing to his potential. And look at these suckers in Minnesota just took him, and then he got good in Minnesota, but he's still hurt. So no, most Lions fans wanted Hawkinson gone. Like that rookie year was like, oh my God, he's gonna be great, and it was like, where the fuck is the guy? Most Lions fans were happy to get rid of Hawkinson.
I was too once I saw what he wanted salary wise.
Before he was even up on contract, they wanted him gone.
We traded him away at the trade deadline because he was sucking that year too.
Yeah.
And he did better for many towards the end of the season, but it took him 4 or 5 games to get his groove, even in mini.
Laporta, the only way you get rid of Laporta is if he's like injured for half the season again.
Or if he wants Hawkinson money.
Yeah.
Yes, they did, Brent. How you doing, Brent? We already did the sponsors. We're at that end of the end of the night where I'm ready to wrap it up. Jamie, you want to tell everybody where they can get a hold of you?
Yep. Here we go, folks. You guys can follow me, yours truly, on Bill's Show 1 at Bill's Mafia Chat, and also Jamie Malloy, the unbiased journalist, at DJ Dogtales on X, theforkball.com, and stadiumrant.com, where I write about all sports. You guys can also follow me on Driving to the Top Productions, where every Tuesday night, me and a co-host do a baseball show together. We call it the Subway Conversation Check because it's the Yankees and the Mets every Tuesday at 8 o'clock p.m. Then at 9 o'clock p.m. on every Tuesday, we do open mic night. And then you guys can also follow me here on Jerry's podcast too, which is fun. So thank you guys very much for listening. And this has been another episode of NFL Roundtable Talks, schedule reveal edition. Good night, folks.
Jamie just gave you a follow on X, my friend.
Yep. And Adam, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you because you're in kind of the same places except the writing part, right?
Yeah. So Rich just got admitted. He's staying overnight just to keep everyone updated. That's my co-host. That's my co-host on the show that was supposed to go down tonight. Pittsburgh Talk over there on my channel at Driving to the Top Productions with Jamie every Tuesday. We do open mic at 9 o'clock. If you guys ever want to jump in, tell Jeremy and we can send you the link out. Jeremy's there every Tuesday. I'm sure you guys see that with his YouTube page. Jeremy, this is fun, man. This was it was different. It was entertaining.
Right, it's supposed to be. I did the fake sponsors, and I started that 2 seasons ago now, where I do that. Fuck the Bears, fuck the Packers, fuck them all. It's been 2
so we should for your show we should all get shirts with the dude fucking something on the shirt saying motherfucker. You got the fuck your feelings shirt. I got that one too.
I also got one. God, what was it? I'll have to find it. It's a T-shirt. I got
like 4 of them. So let me know and I'll wear a different one.
Okay.
So you can get me at Sports Talk and get right there on the Twitter.
Pretty fun.
Give me a Driving to the Top 2 over there. So that's it. I know there was a bunch of shows going off over on the channel tonight, but they were doing their own thing. So So I figured I might as well text Jeremy and see if I can jump in.
Hey, I was
Here
glad
we are.
you could.
And,
as soon as
you
I
guys are
saw
fun.
that come up, I was like, "Oh shit!" Because I wasn't.
Yeah,
I
called Jamie at like 8:58. No answer. Blowing off your boss. I love it.
He was in
up
here.
there.
He was in here already.
And I was like, I'm just gonna text him. So,
all right.
Just threw you a follow on X too, brother.
Thank
B,
you, sir.
go ahead and tell him about your channel. As you see, it's an abbreviation there. He's going to tell you what that means.
That's one ass cheek, 3 toes. If you don't know, now you know. But anyway, cheek and 3 toes. Yeah, it's from Dan Campbell's speech.
During
you ever watch Hard Knocks?
Jesus, it sounds like you got 1 toe on the ass cheek and 3 toes trying to go in the ass.
He goes, we're gonna whoop your ass. I don't care if we got one. You got 1 ass cheek,
and 3 toes. That's right. But anyway, we're on 4:00 every Sunday during the summer, and we're gonna be going to Tuesdays in the season during the season. Tuesdays at 8:00. So,
all right. Ken and Ken, I can tell them where to find you. You can find them right here on my channel, the Huddle Sports Network, the Huddle Sports app. You can find them there on Ken and Ken in the morning every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, because I follow them right after at noon.
And you can find me at Ken the Bear Fan on X. And if you're on X and you're a podcaster, I also have the Podcast Creators of X community that we've started up, then we're building up for the podcasters on X. But you can catch me there. A lot of the Huddle shows go there as well now.
Ken, do you follow at NFL Updated?
No, I have them in the list, I think.
And then you can find me on Facebook on Packer Backer News. We got the Daily Huddle at noon Central. Got Red Zone Rant at the exact same time, and date is right now is the NFL Roundtable. Then you got the Packer Backer Boys Fridays at 7 Central.
Yeah, we have Hallis Hall. We just had it right before JB's show, and then we're also pregame at 11 a.m. Central every Sunday. What was that at NFL? What to follow?
Outdated. Right. He's doing the Frozen 4 right now.
At NFL Updated?
Outdated.
Oh, outdated.
Yeah. He's doing the Final Four. Right? He's doing the Frozen 4 right now, which is the NFC North. I don't know who he does it with. I know he's a Bears fan. I've been friends with. He's a good buddy of mine. I've been friends with him for almost 4 years now.
I'll just do him a follow as well.
The best thing that happened last summer, just before the season started, there was an Arizona Cardinals podcast. They had a Bears fan on, and I'm in the comments.
No way.
Now wait, it gets better. And one of the guys on the show actually said, and then there's that Caleb Williams, LGBTQB1. I heard it said at the draft. He was in the media room.
There is no. You said something that doesn't exist in real life. You said Arizona Cardinals podcast. Unless it was one guy.
There is
there from the shadows.
I've only found one too. Maybe Jeremy was the same one.
It's on YouTube. Sure. It's on YouTube. It's on X and Facebook. It's all they do.
That's like saying there's an intelligent Bears fan, other than this guy that's here.
Oh no!
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I was gonna say Ken's 50-50.
I was gonna say 37.
I was gonna say Ken and I are fucking co-hosts, and so we fuck with each other all the time.
Yeah,
I bet.
Wait, you two up there have a show. You two do a show.
Yeah, a morning show.
I take no pride in saying that the Bears are the 2000s Lions, but it's true.
Okay.
I'm going to end this show the way I always do. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before, because that's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Unless you're talking to your rival fan base, then fuck them.
Spay and neuter your pets.
Turn it up. We coming in hot. Huddle Sports Network, yeah, we own the spot. On your Roku, Fire Stick, don't miss a beat. Covering NFL news, we can't be beat. Find us online, Facebook and YouTube too. Every room a scoop, we got the 411 for you. 27 prime times, daily shows for the fiends. From Ken and Ken in the morning to your wildest dreams. 10 to 11, we dropping knowledge on the block. Tune in tight. to the zone where the real ones play. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, 1 hour every day. From 11 to 12, we breaking it down. All the plays, all the stats, wearing the crown. Then at noon, hit the grind with the daily huddle. From 12 to 1 p.m., man, we break the cuddle. Sipping morning coffee while we hitting the grind. Dropping knowledge bombs, yeah, you know we're one of a kind. Huddle up, it's the place to be. NFL action, come and see. From morning till noon, we bring the fire. Huddle Sports Network, take you higher. Got the insights, got the stats, we breaking it down. Best network around, wearing the crown. From the field to the screen, we making it hot. Huddle Sports Network, give it all.